Hey y'all. I just wanted to share something with you. It's just a teeny tiny little mustard seed. So Luke 17:6 says, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mulberry tree, be uprooted and planted in the sea, and it will obey you. So a little bit of a prophetic vision that God gave me yesterday. I was sitting at the kitchen table at my parents' house, and they were getting ready to have a couple people over for Labor Day. And my mom went to go pour a glass of orange juice, and she somehow had the glass upside down and thought it was right side up. So she started pouring the orange juice in, and of course it went all over the counter. And I looked back and she's laughing, and I said, did you not see the glass? And she said, I have my glasses on. I have no idea how that happened. So we were laughing about it, and I said, well, I think there's something prophetic there. And I just told her, I said, that's just proof that you can't pour into a closed off vessel. And so then I went and sat down at the table again and was just like doing a Bible study and just, I was praying about some things. And then I'm watching her in the kitchen again, and she goes to pour some seasoning into a pot of baked beans. And she goes and pours it and then squeezes it, and the whole lid from the seasoning comes off, and all of the seasoning goes everywhere in the pot. And I start laughing again. I'm like, wow, you're on a roll today. And she's like, I think I just need to go back to bed. I was like, no, there's something else there. I was like, I'm not sure what it is, but... So I start praying about it, and then God tells me to ask her what seasoning it was. I had no idea. And I said, what seasoning was that? And she goes, it was mustard. And I was like, I said, the faith of a mustard seed. And then God showed me this vision that you can't pour into a closed off vessel. But if you have the faith of a mustard seed, it could cause that lid to pop off, and then you can pour into it in an abundant amount. And so I just got that vision and that word from God from that whole situation. It was kind of a funny morning, but I just wanted to share that with anybody who might be struggling with anything that feels like it's closed off, like feels like there's just no flow going through it, whether it be relationships, financial situations, like just emotional like blockage or whatever that is, that if we just have the faith of a mustard seed, and if we can just if there's certain relationships in our life that we're struggling with, and we can just plant that tiny little mustard seed and step back and let God do the work, we will be able to see the fruit that will come from that long term. But to try to push through something that is kind of closed off right now for whatever reason, it'll just be more work for us, and it'll be like banging our head up against a wall over and over, that cycle of crazy that you just like keep doing the same thing over and over and not getting the same results. And so my encouragement is to just get that tiny bit of faith. If you are not a believer, I just encourage you to get that tiny bit of faith. And if you are a believer, I encourage you to plant that faith somewhere where you have never seen it grown before, because God is on a roll right now. He's on a roll and doing miracles. And I just pray that he blesses whoever watches this video, and just have faith as small as a teeny tiny little mustard seed.